Hey everybody, Bob Paskins here. Let's get ready for another 2-minute motivational drill. This week, I would like to talk about the power of your personal environment. Now, when I say environment, I'm not referring to the space that you're in, or the office, or your location, or even your desk, that type of environment. What I am talking about is the personal environment. The people that you surround yourself with, the people that you hang out with, the people that motivate and inspire you to hit your dreams and goals. Jim Rohn famously says that we become the combined average of the 5 people that we most hang out with. And I find this to be true even in my own life, that I start to talk the same way that they talk. We use the same slang, the same vocabulary. We eat kind of the same foods or at the same restaurants. And even we start changing what we wear to almost kind of match what our friends are wearing. Now, growing up for me and going back and telling a story, my parents wanted to really kind of influence the friends that I was going to have, especially going into high school. So because of that, they made our house the place to be. Now, our house was the one that had the basement pool table, it had the ping pong table, we had the giant backyard where we were able to play all sorts of sports, and they always wanted to make sure that I had an up-to-date video game system. The reasons, of course, were to have our house be the go-to house. So all sorts of friends would flock to our house to spend time with us. Now, my parents would do this, obviously, to see if they could put an influence on who my friends were going to be. And they did this subtly. I didn't even realize that at the time, but they would say things like, "Oh, hey, Joey is such a nice boy." Or, "Boy, isn't David nice?" Or, "Mike is so nice to other people and friends." And the word nice kept getting over and over into my head. Or conversely, they would say, "Oh, that Drew, he really isn't very nice at all." Now, what this would begin to do would be to influence me on who I wanted to spend time with. Because, yeah, I wanted to hang out with people who were nice to me and people who were nice in general. So, sure enough, this really developed my senior year of high school. Because you might remember in the senior year of high school, they come out with these surveys and they ask the seniors to vote on a lot of different categories in their class and to figure out what student would hit that category. Well, sure enough, they tallied all of the polls and it came out that I was voted the nicest guy of my class. And I thought about that for a minute and I thought, well, part of that is due to how my parents set me up. They wanted me to be nice, and so they kept using that word or reinforcing that or making sure that my friends had that same equality. And sure enough, it developed into the fact that my peers thought I was the nicest guy. Now, before I get too high on my horse, the girl that I was curious in dating, and I was pretty attracted to at the time, her name was Kristen, basically said, "Well, Bob, you know what the nicest guy actually means, don't you?" And I said, "Kristen, what does it mean?" She goes, "It's the male version of when guys say a girl has a great personality." And oh boy, well, that sunk me down. And a couple of things happened. First of all, I didn't find that to be true, and at least I hope not. And second of all, my relationship with Kristen ended very soon after because, you know what? She really wasn't very nice. So here's the drill. The question that you should be asking yourself is really, who do I want to become? How do I want to become this person? How can I better myself? What traits do I look for or do I want to see in others? And then you start looking around and figuring, from my friend base, who exhibits these traits? My encouragement for you is to go spend time with them. Spend more time, glom on with them. Make them a part of the 5 people that you hang out with. And I would think that you would find over time, you start developing the similar traits that they have and really change for the better. So that's a 2-minute drill today. As always, I encourage you to engage in life, to let your light shine, and to be a champ. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.